Okay, and it's a go. And we're here as promised to give you another little shorter tour this time. I promise not to talk as much. My wife told me I talked way too much last time, so TJ is standing behind the camera, and yes, we are keeping our social distance and doing our part there. And as you're going to see as we walk around, we're getting near completion. It's not too far away. That being said, there's a lot going on in the world right now. There's a lot of unrest, and the best thing we can do as a community is once we get our building is just to continue what we're doing as a church and helping our community and maybe reaching out to other communities to help them to do our part. You know, it's pretty easy to sit here in Warwick and, you know, say we understand, but, you know, I really don't, okay, because I haven't lived what some of these people have lived. But that being said, I'm going to get off my soapbox. We're going to do our part as a church that we've always done once we get back in our new building, and what we've been doing even being displaced and meeting across the street. TJ and all the members of our church have continued to do a great job in reaching out to the community, and we'll continue to do that, and that should be our part going forward, and we'll have many more conversations going forward. TJ will lead us in the right direction. So that being said, let's take our tour. As you can see, the stairs are in. We're going to go up into our new narthex. And it probably looks pretty similar. They're putting the closet in, which wasn't here last time. That'll be the closet. This will be where we enter into the sanctuary. Once again, very similar to where it was before. As you can see, you're coming in here, we have sheetrock on the premises. That's the job that they're working on now. If you looked around, you know, there's a lot of wiring, and I'm starting to hyperventilate with this thing, so I'm going to take it off for a second, and so I can talk a little easier. All the wiring, insulation, air conditioning ducts, everything is going in. All the electrical, rough electrical is in. The electrical also for the sound system and the video systems are in. And you'll see them when we get up front a little bit further. You can probably see that a little bit better. I'll try not to trip over stuff. If you can look behind me over here, you can see just below the air conditioning duct, which is one on one side and one on the other. The video screens will be just below that on either wall. Pretty similar to where they were before. Maybe a couple inches off or so, give or take. But that's the way it's going to look. The chancel, pretty much where it was, and the organ chamber. Organ people will be coming in at some point to reinstall there. And the flooring people will be coming in at some point after the sheetrocking is done. And if you look over here, you can see all the air conditioning ducts. All this stuff is for just this room, just the sanctuary. And we had to locate them at the back of this closet area, but as you can see, there's still plenty of closet here. If you remember that we used to be part of the organ chambers, but they've been able to consolidate that to one side. So we still have a good sized closet here and accessibility to the AC units, which will feed this building. So originally we had thought they could put them up in the ceiling, but that wasn't possible, mostly because of the organ. They needed X amount of space over there, so the most we could do is get some duct work up there. We couldn't put a whole unit up there, so thus they had to put it there. So anyway, this is our once and future sanctuary. And if we move out these double doors into the area, they're working down the other end, so we'll probably stay away from there. And since they're working, putting some sheetrock up and stuff like that, but you can see right behind me, here's the sheetrock. There's some additional windows that have to be put in, some door frames. It's all on site, ready to go. So they're really moving along. Once the sheetrocking gets up, it'll definitely start to look like a different place. But compared to where we were a year ago. This is really, really great. So I think we'll head downstairs, TJ, if that's
Sure.
okay.
Let's do it.
Once again, same back stairs. And same back doors. Everything's pretty much the same there. And it's much cooler down here also, TJ, right?
This is nice.
This is, I don't think this was in the last video. I think I pointed it out, but now you can see where the piping is here to pipe and pump all the water up to the, from the kitchen to the other side of the building and out into the sewer. So that's what that all is there. And behind me, once again, kitchen, same place. Everything's ready to go. We'll be taking delivery pretty soon. I found out this morning that our stove and sinks and stainless steel counter units for the center of the kitchen will be delivered in a couple of weeks. And they'll have to work around them a little bit as they finish up some stuff over here, but Stan said that would be no problem. So
We get some insulation sprayed in now.
yes, some insulation was sprayed in, and they've been doing some additional insulation in spots, the non-blow-in type, okay, in some different places. So, and once again, you see a lot of piping. There's behind me here is the slop sink, so to speak, the sink closet, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
Then we'll head into the friendship room. And once again, you can see insulation and the closet from this direction. And we have the closet on the other side, which I pointed out already. A second doorway into the kitchen, which I think I pointed out last time. Then we have this nice little window here, which will have a sliding door on it. A lot better than the one we used to have.
Yes.
So it's all brand new and something a lot more decorative. So for there, that'll, you know, goes with the whole interior design that was put together for us. And once again, similar to what we had before, closets here to store extra tables, extra chairs, things of that nature. So good size, and you know, probably the biggest change over here, which I pointed out last time, is the handicap accessible ramp. Okay, located down this end, so that freed up some space there, and we can make better use of that space over behind TJ. So we'll probably move into the other parts of the downstairs here. There's nobody working over here, so we won't get in anybody's way. And like I said, not a lot has changed since the last time. A little more wiring, a little more piping, but the two bathrooms you can see are taking shape here behind me. And once TJ turns this way, you'll see the elevator, or it's a lift. It's not, there's a difference between a lift and an elevator, but it is a lift, like, you know, similar to the one we had before. And that's it right there. It'll be coming out into the hallway here, and it'll once again stop in the sanctuary level, as well as the secondary level, which would be directly with a shot out to the front doors, which would be right to my right now, TJ's left. And they had some good news. They were able to, as the ramp coming off the front door area down to the street has to be also a certain pitch via the code for handicap accessibility, and they are able to put it right there, right to the street, so you'll have a straight shot to the front door. For those using the handicap ramp, it'll be a straight shot to the front door. We're just working, George is working on getting the city to come remove that stump there and grind it down, which they had originally agreed to do. So George is working on that. I'm sure we'll have that taken care of shortly. And then they'll be able to do the walkway area, redo the walkway out there as part of the landscaping. And once again, no changes here from the last time other than some insulation. Is, you know, choir room, conference room,
There's the choir room.
food pantry,
Our pantry.
and then the Boy Scouts closet. And when there at some point when I'm sure there'll be a meeting again at some point, which will be obviously up to them. There's their closet for storage. And moving down into our storage area, once again, pretty much unchanged other than some insulation being blown in from the last video, so, you know, I won't bore you with any more details, but we got a lot of storage area, and it's reworked a little bit to make it a little more accessible and finished off a little bit better. There'll be some sheetrocking and stuff that'll be going on down here as well, so it'll look a little more uniform.
Nice.
And then they're working in this area over here, so I'm not gonna go into there, but that's where all the electrical work and the boilers in there, and where we pointed out last time where the fire suppression system is in that closet as well. So pretty much everything is right in here. And then we have the back stairs. Once again, pretty similar to where they were, or not similar, exactly where they were. Then we come out, and like I said, we have some gentlemen up there working, so we won't disturb them, but they're working on some sheetrocking down in this corner, so we're gonna stay out of their way, but that's the administrative area. And looks a little different than last time, but in another couple weeks, you'll see a lot of differences. And then the back door, which we're going out now. And then will be obviously the last thing that'll be on the agenda a few weeks down the road, once the building is complete and we're able to move Stan's office trailer out of there.
Yeah.
Then some of the landscaping will be taking place, and you know, a lot of that's going to depend on some weather too. We get into July and August, not always the best time to be planting grass, but we'll see what goes on with that. That grass planting may have to wait a little bit, but you know, I'm not an expert at landscaping, so don't take that as gospel. So, and once again, the two units feeding the air conditioning are on the other side of the dumpster over there. We won't go over there, and this is the one that feeds the compressor for the units. The unit that feeds the administrative area is right here. So that concludes our little tour. I hope everybody is safe and doing well, and continues to stay that way. TJ and the session will be meeting tonight, so we might have some news coming from that. And hopefully everybody stays well, and please keep everybody in your prayers as we go forward, and try to do what's best for our community and the world. So thanks.
Thank you. Hope that was short enough for Carol. And,
I think it was.
Hope you enjoyed
It was
the
under
video.
an hour, so that was good.